Welcome to AM Whiskey. How about we do that again? Welcome to AM Whiskey. I'm Mark. This is Aaron. And today, Aaron, what are we drinking today?
Today we are checking out Jack Daniel's 2023 special release, the twice barreled Heritage Rye. And I'm pretty excited to get into this. This year's been a great year for Jack Daniel's. Everything that's come out from Jack has been great. I've heard great things about their barrel proof single barrel rye. The Jack 10, the Jack 12 have been good. And so I'm pretty excited to give this bad boy a try here. Looks like we're at 100 proof here. And there's actually some pretty old whiskey in here. So I'm looking forward to get into this.
Yeah, I think so. What's cool about this bottle for Whiskey Nerd is it gives you the barreled on date, gives you the date that they shifted it to the second barrel, and then it gives you the date in which it was dumped. So basically, this batch or this edition is a little over 8 years.
I mean, this is a pretty new release. It's got a pretty cool bottle. It's a 700 ml. A lot of the Jack Daniel's special releases are coming out in 700 ml. The 10 and 12 are 700 ml. But let's get into it.
I want to say a few weeks ago when the barrel proof rye came out, I think we got a pour or two at our local liquor store, didn't we?
We did.
I thought that was pretty good. That was really above average.
It was very good.
I want to say that one was like 100 and it was 130 something, somewhere between 131 and 134, I think. This at 100 puts me a lot lighter.
Ooh. That nose is phenomenal.
It's really good.
Ooh.
Definitely pick up the rye, but a lot of sweet with it.
Yeah, I mean, this is, you can definitely tell it's a rye right from the nose, but there's a lot of sweet notes on there that have kind of made this. I'm getting some wood. On the nose, this seems very well rounded.
Yeah, I would agree. Like you can get wood, you can get the rye up front. You can tell there's something sweet. It's really, really dark. You can tell it's definitely been double barreled.
I'm getting kind of a cedar note there. You get that rye spice.
Formed really nice legs on the glass.
Kind of a molasses. I can't wait to get into this. I'm going to say on the nose, I'm going 8.5. I really enjoy this nose. How about you?
I like the nose. It's really complex. Not a huge rye guy. For me, just on my preferences, I think I'm torn between an 8 and an 8.5, so I'm gonna go with an 8.
Okay. Well, let's see if we get some of these notes on the palate, because that's where they count.
First sip of the day always comes in a little bit hotter. Good.
I got some of that rye spice right along the sides of my tongue. And that sweet caramel just hit up at the tip. Just get that little Kentucky hug. It wasn't too ethanol. A little bit of that wood on the back of the palate.
Yeah, the two things that really come through for me instantly is the rye. It's not a huge hit of rye, and then the wood. And they both seem to go throughout the experiences, throughout the sip. It's still finishing for me. Now on the very back end of the palate, I can pick up I'm getting some of the sweet notes. It's more of like a It's more like a molasses than a
Yep.
caramel for me.
Yep, definitely a molasses. No, that's what I'm getting. I get that rye and then that punch of oak, but it's oak and a little bit of like a cedar hint to me. Just that little, and maybe that's just the rye influence gives it that little bit of spicy kind of note to it, but it's fairly sweet. Again, I think this is
It's sweet and spicy.
mm-hmm.
And they go really well together. It's sweet, spicy, and a little bit of wood. I mean, it's really well rounded.
I think you nailed it on the head right there. This is just a well-rounded pour.
Mm-hmm.
You get all those things that you're looking for. You get that spice that tells you it's a rye. You get that wood note from the twice barreling, but also I think there's, like we said, there's some age to this rye. And you still get those sweet notes. It's not overly sweet. It's not those vanillas and caramels. It's more of a molasses, that darker sweet note. For a rye, I really enjoy this. I think on the palate, I'm probably gonna go a 17.
Well, that's ironic. I went 16.5, and I feel like I'm almost underscoring it. I'm underscoring it for compared to what it gives you, right? It gives you a lot of different things. I'm giving it 16.5 because it's just not my preferred flavor profile, right? I mean, I like it. I could drink this anytime, but it's not what I want to drink, right? It's not wowing me. It's not.
Well, you've never been much of a rye guy. You like
No.
those sweet notes that you get from the corn on a bourbon. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand that. Frankly, a 16.5
I think it's a really strong score.
on a rye for you, I think is pretty good.
Oh,
So
yeah. This is one of the better ryes. I can
happy
say
with that.
I can say already. I think I like this more than the barrel proof rye. It's different. I think this is a more rounded.
I think it's more rounded.
It's
yeah.
more rounded and a more everyday pour than the barrel proof rye. I think the barrel proof rye, does a couple things better, and Lord knows it comes in with some heat. But this, to just be able to sit down and sip anytime is ready to go.
Yeah. The lower proof, it's got a lot of flavor. So, and I'll tell you what, the finish is pretty strong. I'm gonna go with an 8 on the finish.
See, I'm gonna flip with your nose score. I'm going 8.5. I actually really like the finish. And the reason I'm giving the finish a little bit higher score is because in the finish, that's where more of the profile that I enjoy starts coming through.
Yeah, you definitely
More
get those sweeter
the
notes.
the sweet sticks with you. So the rye spice kind of dies off 20-30 seconds afterwards, and you're left with this molassesy sweet finish to it. And it's a finish where I think this shines. It's really good. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot.
And then finally, price and availability. This bottle's coming in right at around $80.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a great price for this pour. Availability, it is a special release, so it's limited. It's not going to be everywhere. It's going to be harder to find, but
So once your annual release,
once a year. And
there isn't a lot of bottles available. I mean, on secondary, I've seen people who came across this. They're asking like $300, $325.
Not worth that. I would not pay that.
Yeah, no, it's
At $80, I'm pretty happy with this
Oh.
bottle. Much higher than that, and then it's going to depend. Are you a Jack Daniels fan and you want the special releases? Might go a little higher, but I think $80 priced about right. The availability, again, special release, that's what's going to kill it here. I'm going to go a 6.5.
I'm gonna go 5 on price and availability. It's a once annual release. The stores that I've known that got this got 1 to 3 bottles. And I've never seen it on the shelf. I don't know that I'm gonna see it on the shelf. I think that got released has pretty well been gobbled up. Yeah, I'm just gonna give it a 5. I just think it's gonna be really hard to come across this bottle, and then the secondary prices, it's definitely not worth it. I'd probably pay up to $120 if I really wanted one. But since you got a bottle, I don't have to worry about that.
There you go. All right. Well, there you have it. That's our review of the Jack Daniel's 2023 special release, the Twice Barreled Tennessee Rye. Let us know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe.
Yep, and keep the whiskey flowing. Thank you very much, everyone.
Have a great night.
I'm gonna turn my cell phone's ringers off.
Yeah.